So we're going to make a magic ring, and we're going to be using our 5.75 millimeter hook. Okay, we're going to do 10 single crochet in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then close the tail so it's nice and closed. Slip stitch on the top of that first single crochet space. Okay, chain 3, 2, 3. Now you're going to yarn over, insert your hook on the top of that next single crochet space. What is going on? Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 3, and then slip stitch in that same space. Okay, now we're going to skip the next single crochet and work in that third single crochet. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. In that same space, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull the working yarn up, yarn over, pull through 2. Once you have 3 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 3, and then slip stitch in that same space. You're going to repeat this 3 more times for a total of 5 petals. Once you finish your last one, your flower should look like this. Then you can cut off a good sized tail. Pull that through. Okay. Okay, so there's kind of a gap right here. So how we're going to fix that is by inserting right on the corner or just below that first petal. Just like that. You can knot it. And then I like to bring my yarn under so it's right in the center, and then you can weave it on the side or on the top. I think I kind of like it on the top. I'll put it on the top towards the side. So I just kind of weave it in. Just like that. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. Okay, clip. Super cute. So this is what it's looking like. Let me bring this up. So this is what it's looking like. Let's go ahead and do the body of the turtle. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the legs. We're going to start with making the little leg. So we're going to start by making a magic ring. Okay, and we're going to do 8 double crochet in the center ring. After we made our 8, we're going to slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet, chain 2, and we're going to make a double crochet in that same chain 2 space, and then 2 double crochet in each stitch in the round. Then we're going to slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet in the round to close. Okay, now we're going to take the inside loop on both sides, both double crochet sides, and chain 1. Same thing with the second, and continue that until we seal the 2 sides together. About halfway, you can put a little bit of fluff in. And continue. Okay, once you get to the end, I like to take that top and single crochet, so you end right on the top, and then cut off a good sized tail. Just pull it through. Done. Okay, now we're going to do the big. So just repeat that step one more time so you have 2 small legs, and let's go ahead and do the big leg. So I already have one made, so we're gonna go ahead and do our magic ring, and then you're going to do 12 double crochet in the center hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you completed your 12, you're going to go ahead and slip stitch to close the round, and chain 2, make a double crochet in that same chain 2 space, and then you're going to do 2 double crochet in each stitch in the round. Don't forget to sew in your middle to make sure that center doesn't open, and then you're going to slip stitch on the top of that first double crochet to close the round. You're going to fold in the inside, and then we're going to do the same thing we did with the little one. Sorry, I keep going out of frame. We're going to pick up the inside loop on both sides of the double crochets and chain 1. Inside loops, chain 1. Inside loops, chain 1. And continue this until you make your way down. Make sure you put your polyfill in. And remember to repeat these steps twice so you have 2 big legs. Once you do those last 2 loops, you're going to pull that top loop so you end right at the top. So now we're going to do the face. So let's start by making a magic ring like we always do. If you hear a beeping sound, that's my washer or my dishwasher. I accidentally turned it on, didn't realize that the dishes were already clean. So I'm not sure how to turn that beeping noise off. Anyways, we're going to chain 1. We'll do 10 half double crochet in the center ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll slip stitch to close the round on the top of that first half double crochet. Chain 1, half double crochet in that same chain 1 space. Then we'll do 2 half double crochet in each stitch in the round. So you should have 20. And then there was one last stitch space here. It wasn't really like a double crochet space, but it was a space, and I added 2 more. So for row 2, we'll have a total of 22 double crochet, or half double crochets, I'm sorry. Slip stitch. Chain 1. Now we'll do 1 half double crochet in the same chain 1 space, and then 1 half double crochet in each stitch in the round. And I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 right in that little wonky space for 21 half double crochets in the 3rd row, and then slip stitch. Chain 1, half double crochet in the same chain 1 space, and then we're going to repeat that 1 half double crochet in each stitch in the round. Then I'm going to slip stitch on the top of that first half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in that same chain 1 space, and then we're going to repeat this one more time. Half double crochet in the round, slip stitch to close the round, slip stitch on the top of that first half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in that same chain 1 space, and then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, then decrease, 1 half double crochet in the next, decrease, and continue that for this round. Decrease, half double crochet, half double crochet, decrease, half double crochet, half double crochet, decrease, half double crochet, half double crochet, decrease. Okay. Once you made it to the end, you can skip that space, don't worry about it, and just slip stitch to close the round. Okay. Make sure that you tied the center on the inside to secure the center. Okay, so cut off a good sized tail. Okay, so I put the eyes right between right on row 3. And then I stuffed it as much as I could. Okay, so now you're going to decide where you want to stick or where you want to sew the head. I'm just going to start mine by sewing the side of the pot into the head. And I'm just going to do that all in the round until I have the head evenly sewn. Okay, so I already attached these 2 legs, so now we're going to do this side. So I like to make sure all the crease. Alright, so I already did these 2 legs, so I'm going to show you how to do this side. So I like to make sure that this little crease is on the same side, so they're all facing the same way. So you will notice that one side, the crease will be on the back. You can always just double knot this, weave in the end, and then attach a string to the other side. That way you can just, you can have all the creases pointing or facing the right side up. So I just attach it to my tapestry needle. And then I kind of just make sure that it's evenly placed. And then I'm going to sew right on the crease of the bottom. Whoops. Right on the crease of the bottom. So just like this. Make sure it's nice and even. Okay. And then I'm gonna go through the bottom up to the top. I'm gonna keep checking to make sure the legs are nice and even. Then I'm going to go through the top in front of the leg. You can sew the legs in however you want. If you've never made a turtle before and you're following my pattern, I'm just showing you how I sew them on. Okay, then I go through the top. Oops. I go through the top again. I just kind of tie it. Go through the back. And then this is kind of how sorry guys, this is kind of how I keep it secure. So I pull up right where this crease of the bottom is. I just pull up a stitch and go through the top of the bottom just like that. And then I do the same. Okay. Making sure I pull tight. Go through the bottom towards the top. Still nice and even. And then I just kind of pick up these pieces that look exposed. And this is a lie. It doesn't have to be this difficult. This is just how I like to secure it. And I know this is a secure way of sewing because I've made 100 turtles and I've had to redo a lot of legs over time, and they were extremely hard to cut off and get rid of. So I know that this way is easiest. So I just double knot it, clip the tail, and then I do the same for the back. Okay, making sure it's nice and even. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the back, and then we're done. So there you have it. A single cactus turtle. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.